Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into a topic that affects thousands of families, but honestly causes a whole lot of confusion. We're talking about Florida Medicaid's reporting rules. We're going to break down exactly what you need to know, step by step, so you can walk away feeling totally confident and entirely in control of your benefits. So here is the big question for today. Just started a new job in Florida? Did you know reporting it to Medicaid correctly is absolutely crucial for maintaining your benefits and staying compliant with state laws? Whether you're anxious or just unsure about where to start, we're here to guide you through every single step of the process. Okay, let's dive right into our roadmap. We'll be covering a quick introduction, the reporting requirements, a step-by-step guide on how to file, some real-life scenarios, practical tips and resources, and then wrap it all up with a conclusion. Starting us off, Section 1, Introduction. Let's look at exactly why reporting your income matters so much. You know, Florida Medicaid eligibility really isn't a one-and-done kind of deal. Because of the recent Medicaid unwinding process, standard monthly eligibility redeterminations have actively started back up. And the state defines a change in circumstances very broadly. We're talking any fluctuation in wages, Social Security, or even getting an unexpected inheritance. If you are receiving long-term care Medicaid, like nursing home assistance, this is incredibly vital because your income directly dictates your patient pay amount. That's the exact dollar figure you owe the facility every month. Any unreported change can totally throw your entire coverage off balance. All right. Section 2, Reporting Requirements. Navigating the rules and deadlines. 10. That is the golden rule you need to remember. Under Florida administrative rules, you have exactly 10 calendar days to report your new job. And here's the absolutely critical detail. That clock starts ticking from the date the change actually occurs. So, like your official start date on the job, not the date you get your first physical paycheck. It's a super tight window, and it means you really have to be proactive. Now, you might be wondering, well, what actually happens if I miss that 10-day window? Honestly, the stakes are remarkably high. Failing to report can trigger an automatic termination of your benefits. Even worse, the state can demand that you repay all Medicaid costs paid out during the period you were technically ineligible. And in situations involving intentional misrepresentation, it can literally lead to potential fraud liability. So, prompt reporting really is your ultimate shield against all of that. Moving to Section 3, Step-by-Step Guide. Let's walk through exactly how to file your change in circumstances. So, the state of Florida gives you 3 primary ways to report a new job. First, you can do it online via the My Access portal. Second, you can call it in through the DCF Customer Call Center. Or third, you can handle the whole shebang in person at a local DCF service center or just by mailing a written notice. While all 3 work, using the online My Access portal is universally recognized as the absolute fastest and most verifiable method. If you do go with that online route, you'll just log into your account at myflorida.com/accessflorida. Right there on your main dashboard, you'll see a button labeled Report a Change. When you click that, the system will start prompting you for details. You'll want to have all your paperwork ready to go beforehand. Gather your new employer's name, address, contact number, your expected hours, your pay frequency, and whether or not they offer health insurance. Having those details handy makes the whole process a breeze. Now, this perfectly illustrates how the state's data matching systems talk to each other. While you, the beneficiary, have to report the change within 10 days, Florida law also requires your new employer to report you as a new hire to the Department of Revenue within 20 days, which basically means the state is going to find out about your new job anyway through their electronic interfaces. Reporting it yourself within your 10-day window just ensures you control the narrative and stay perfectly compliant. Section 4, Real-Life Scenarios. Let's see how these rules look in action. Here is an incredibly vital piece of information, especially for parents. Florida offers what's called a 12-month lock-in protection for kids. Let's say you get this fantastic new job, and suddenly your income rises above the Medicaid limits. You might actually lose your own coverage mid-year, but because of this protection, your children stay covered for the remainder of their 12-month period. Correctly reporting your income increase protects you from fraud allegations while making sure your kids keep their health coverage. It's really fascinating to see how a single change causes a ripple effect across different programs. That 10 calendar day reporting window is universal, but the actual impact varies. For family-related Medicaid, it's all about whether you cross those income thresholds. For SSI-related institutional care, it triggers a recalculation of what you owe the facility. And if you have an integrated case with SNAP, food stamps, reporting to Medicaid forces an immediate recalculation of your nutrition benefits too. One job change literally cascades across the whole system. Here is another really crucial threshold, specifically if you're on SSI-related Medicaid: $2,000. If your new job, or maybe a sudden change like getting an inheritance, pushes your total assets over this $2,000 limit on the very first day of the calendar month, you're looking at a period of ineligibility. And yes, you still have to report it. Simply trying to refuse or disclaim an inheritance, for instance, is actually treated as a disqualifying asset transfer. Let's move into Section 5, Practical Tips and Resources, where to find extra help. So, we highly recommend bookmarking myflorida.com/accessflorida and just keeping that DCF call center number saved in your phone. But also, if a new job or an inheritance threatens to push you over those super strict asset or income limits, consulting a Florida elder law attorney is a brilliant move. They can help you legally and safely develop what's called a spend-down plan to handle those excess assets and restore your eligibility as quickly as possible. Finally, Section 6, Conclusion. Our final thoughts and your next steps. At the end of the day, compliance brings peace of mind. Prompt reporting isn't just a legal obligation. It's really the absolute best way to secure your family's health benefits without that looming anxiety of retroactive debt or sudden cancellations. It's also super helpful to know how the system actually processes these changes. If your change is beneficial, like you're getting more assistance, it takes effect the first day of the month you reported it. But if the change is adverse, meaning a reduction or termination of benefits, it actually takes effect the first day of the next possible month. The system is built to give you a mandatory 10-day advance notice of adverse action, so reporting promptly gives you that crucial time to adapt. Before we sign off today, I do need to share this important reminder right from our sources. Please note that this explainer provides general information and is not intended as legal advice. Requirements and procedures can vary, and it is always best to consult with a qualified professional or Medicaid representative for personalized guidance. Which brings us to our final thought for the day. Are your records up to date right now? I challenge you, as soon as this explainer finishes, to take just 5 minutes to log into your My Access account, verify your employment status, and make sure your family is fully protected. Thank you so much for joining me to figure out this vital topic. Stay proactive and stay informed.